Hey everyone, so this is me. My hair is not, yeah, I haven't been up long. I was awake, I wasn't up. So right now I'm making a salad. Um, as you can see here, um, I love a big salad. So I'm cutting up cucumbers right now, as you can see, because these vegetables, I don't know how, on like videos and stuff, um, they last forever. Not in my house. So, gotta use them before they go bad, right? Um, so my husband and I had a quick, I don't want to say a quick, at home date night last night. So next is my pepper. And yes, I washed them before I cut them. So we had a quick at-home date night in our night clothes last night. We made little pizzas, which were okay. They're not the best, but and watched some TV together. So that was kind of our date night last night. We already picked out our date night for next month. And obviously, during our date nights, we do have little date nights throughout the month. Like, we go out to eat, we do different things, but these are ones, like, that we're picking. Like, they're not spur of a moment, I guess. So, and if I sound weird, I don't have a sore throat, but my throat is raspy, as you guys can hear. So far, knock on wood, my throat isn't hurting. It was kind of feeling like one spot dry yesterday. So, so far today it just kind of feels raspy, and I don't know if it's sinuses or allergies or if it's dry in here or laryngitis. I don't know. So we'll keep an eye on that because I don't need a repeat of. I just saw on my memories, it was like 7 years ago, I was so sick, and it was the first year that I didn't get a flu shot, and I kept putting off going to the doctor because it was literally like Christmas time, and I was so sick. I had a sore throat, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And I ended up waking up the night after Christmas, so when we were sleeping, and I couldn't breathe. And they called 911, went to the hospital. They ended up putting a rebreather on me, which, with the heat in the room and that, it was horrible. So they didn't believe me, of course, that I was sick, I think. And I kept telling them, I'm like, I think I have a fever. Yeah, it was 103 point something. I was, talking crazy. I was trying to go home. I told them, okay, just give me medicine. I need to go home to take care of my kids. Obviously, I was not with it. They ended up putting me basically to sleep, almost like in a, I guess a coma, you could call it, and putting me on the vent. That was really scary. But thankfully, like when I woke up on the vent, I remembered they were gonna do that, so it worked out. And so I wasn't like grabbing at it, trying to pull it out. Before I opened my eyes, I listened and I heard my mom and I heard my mother-in-law, and I was trying to think what was going on, things like that. It was a very scary situation, and I ended up having the flu and pneumonia at that time, because I just kept putting off going to the doctor because, a mom's job is never done, so I'm wrapping presents and I'm trying to make sure my kids have a great Christmas, so I kept putting myself off, like always, like we do as moms, right? Um, so yeah, I ended up on the vent. It was very scary. I have never missed a flu shot since then. That was the only time I've missed a flu shot in my life. No. So, yeah, I definitely keep an eye on myself more now. Even if it means putting my kids on hold for a few. So, I have these onions. I love these onions. But I thought you weren't supposed to use this end of them. But now I see people using them. Obviously, these probably won't get used. But I always thought you were supposed to use this end, the white. So, that's been interesting, to me. So, I definitely love these onions. I don't know why. I remember being a little girl and getting off the bus, and I would go to my cousin's house, and so where I'm from, you have to walk a ways, and remember smelling, I don't know if it's these kind of onions, but you know, they're like them, and smelling them as I walked past them, and I fell in love with the smell to where I started picking them and taking them to my cousin's, and she was so nice, and she would put them in a bag for me in the fridge so that I could take them home. Because I love onions, that's one thing. Like, I don't do typically white onions or yellow onions because, you know, my intestines just don't like those. But typically, if anything calls for onion, I use, like, I don't know what you guys call it, but I call it a purple onion, but some people call it red onions. So, or now I like these onions, love them. I could put them on any food ever. So, yeah. So, that is what I'm doing right now. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Monday. So, yeah. I'm really just in the mood for a salad, and, you know, as long I hate making salads. That's my problem. I don't know. I love eating, obviously, but I hate cooking. Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye on my throat and see how that goes. And I'm gonna finish making this salad, and I have an appointment here in a few minutes. But I wanted to get on and make a quick video and say hi and show you that I was making a salad. Actually, it was, okay, so one more story before I go. So it was kind of funny because I thought my husband, he told me he had some, you know, vacation time. Sometimes when you work, you have vacation time and you have to take, you know, use it before you lose it, right? And so I sat here and he told me he was, you know, had some vacation time and that he was going to be off today. So of course, you know, I was excited. Didn't make his lunch, didn't do anything. Then this morning I wake up to him running around and I'm like, where are you going at this time of morning? He's like, I'm going to work. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, you said you had the day off. He's like, no, he's like, I only have vacation time and days off right now from my second job. Oh, I thought you had the whole day off. Like, I was excited thinking I had 3 days with my husband. And, yeah, so I came to find out that apparently he had vacations from his second job. And I didn't understand that, or it was not communicated very well, which that is definitely possible. So I felt bad because I didn't make his lunch. It does look like he made his own lunch, thankfully. But yeah, I thought he was off today, and I was so excited because, you know, any excuse to spend time with your loved ones, right? So I guess things are, well, sort of back. And my kids are not back in school, but my husband is back at work. So I have this, and it's I don't know if you guys can see, there's like rough things on it, and it, not metal, it's just plastic, and it chops your salad. Because a good chopped salad, I mean, who could resist, right? Now, Subway used to have chopped salads. The last time I've ordered from Subway, because, you know, if you know me, I'm on blood thinners, and so I gotta be careful of, like, the vitamin K and greens. I know greens are good for you. Anything that's good for you, I pretty much can't really have. You know, so I have to use the, like, iceberg lettuce. Even romaine, which I was using when I first started, I didn't realize was considered, I guess, a green, because it did mess with my blood, so I just now use the iceberg. And when you're ordering a salad nowadays, it's hard to get the iceberg. It's cheap. You would think they would use it in restaurants or offer it, but it's cheaply made, so. But they actually use the romaine now in restaurants. So I have found, I'm thankful to this one restaurant that they do use iceberg, or I can ask for it and they do use it at least. Because I like a good delivered salad. Again, I don't like cooking. I love eating, but I hate cooking. Or even making salads, to me, is horrible. Anyways. So yeah, so that is my stories for today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, and that wherever you are, it's warm and not windy and not snowing like it is here. And it looks like it's supposed to snow the next 7 days and be very cold. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.